Hey guys, I'm back. So I have a few minutes before my next client, and I've had a bunch of people who are like, well, I think a lot of my friends have heard of human design or know what it is, but I do know that there's probably a few of you in here who really have no frame of reference for what it even is. So I wanted to jump on really quick and just do a really fast video about why you should get into human design and how it's going to make your life so much better. And can I just say, I'm just so pumped and excited about it because the stuff I've learned in the last few days, I can already see how it's going to transform my life. So, okay, first thing, human design is going to show you where your talents and gifts are. It's going to show you where you're wise and also where you have places that you need to learn from others. So this is really cool. So it can really help you to so for me, what it's been doing as I've been studying it, I've been going, oh my gosh, I thought this about myself, but I thought maybe, I wasn't sure if it was true or not. And so my chart has been totally confirming some really, really cool stuff. And so it's been very fun to actually see a confirmation of what my gifts are, but also to see where I need to learn from others and where I kind of have maybe blind spots, stuff like that. It also helps you to understand your behaviors and patterns that you kind of play out in your life and how you show up in the world. So that's really cool as well. I have a firm belief that the more you know yourself and the more you know kind of where you, I don't like to call them weaknesses, but where we just have soft points where we can improve or kind of strengthen some things so that our life can be better. I just believe that if you know those things, then it just gives you so much power. So it helps you to be more in alignment with your authentic self. So, and the reason this is because, we're going to talk about, I'm going to do a video probably later today about your type and your aura type and strategy, and then your authority. And knowing these two things will literally help you make decisions in your life that are always going to be in alignment instead of guessing or having to wonder. One thing that's happened for me a lot is because I'll just give you guys an example of what this looks like. And I'm learning this about myself and it's so cool. So if you watched any of my videos so far, you probably heard me. I keep talking about my undefined headspace, and it's just been such an aha thing for me that I'm still kind of reeling from it. So I have a completely undefined headspace. So if you can imagine, it's kind of like having a bowl, and everyone I come into contact with, especially people who have a defined headspace, their stuff, their energy is going to fill that headspace, right? Because it's just completely open. And so then what happens is I tend to question myself a lot because I'm hearing everybody else's thoughts and ideas. And this really fits in with my lavender aura layer. And it just all is clicking and making so much sense. Because I've always felt I just have this vast open space in my head. And there's millions of ideas coming in at one time. And it's hard to know what I should do. It's hard to know I get ideas all the time about things I could do in my business, or I get ideas about, people I could help or ways I could help, or, I get people coming to me asking me questions all the time because the headspace is a pressure space, which I will definitely be talking about soon. And it's been, oh my gosh, it's been so eye-opening for me. So then what happens is I have a hard time knowing what I should do. And then what happens is I get really excited about things and then I jump in. And sometimes it's not right for me. And so I'll just give you guys a really good example of this. It's a pain point for me, okay? So one thing I did is I had a really awesome, now I totally forgot, hypnotherapy session with my friend Holly Bueller, and it was life-changing for me. And then I was oh my gosh, this is so fun. I love this. It's so exciting. I want to learn how to do it. And this has been a weak spot for me because I always want to learn things and sometimes they're not right for me. So I decided I was going to learn how to do it. And I signed up to basically get certified as a hypnotherapist, and it cost $5,000. Well, guys, I'm still paying it off and I never finished it because it just wasn't right for me. But I was excited at the time and I jumped in. But because I didn't go with my aura type and strategy and my authority, which is an emotional authority, I have to learn to not ride the waves and wait till I feel calm because I have an emotional authority. And so oftentimes if I make decisions when I'm in a wave, it's a bad decision. And not in a way where it doesn't always affect my life in a bad way, but like right now, so that example is a good example of one. Like I wasted pretty much $5,000. I mean, I learned a lot from it, but I never finished it, never got certified, and I'm still paying it off. So that's a good example of what that looks like. So if you learn your aura type and strategy, then you can start making decisions that are in alignment with you and you'll stop hitting those pain points and you'll stop hitting resistance, and you'll know when you're supposed to do something because you know your type and strategy and you can follow it. So I'm really, really, really excited to start applying this to my life, and I'm already just feeling like so pumped about it. So minimizes pain and resistance. It increases your capacity to create a life that is a reflection of who you really are. So think about this for just a minute. Just sit with it. If every decision I start making is in alignment, guess what happens? I stop making decisions that are not in alignment with me, and I stop wasting time. So the time is always a huge issue for me. And I realize now that time is a huge issue because I am always taking in everybody's thoughts and ideas about what I should be doing. And I feel this pressure from my headspace to answer people's questions all the time. And so I'm spending a lot of my time in places that are not in alignment with me. And so this has got me so excited because I know that I'm going to have more time in my life if I start living in alignment with this. So the last thing is just, it helps you to choose what's right for you. So these are my top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 reasons why you should learn your human design. And it's a lot of work. It takes time and energy, but I promise you, even if you just learn your aura type and strategy and your authority, which is how you know how to make decisions, those 2 things could totally change your life. So what do you guys think? Are you so excited? Have I got you pumped now to learn more about your human design? Oh, I'm just I can't even tell you. It's so funny because human design has been coming into my morphic field for I don't know, the last 2 years. And it just hasn't felt right. And it's been one of those things I was like, whoa, that's just way too much. I don't have time to learn this. But now everything's just so aligned, and I just feel like this is it. This is the time. This is how we're going to keep continuing to raise the vibration of the earth, by understanding and knowing who we are. And the more we do that, the more we're all going to be in alignment. And it's just really, really, really exciting. So if you can't tell, I'm super pumped about it. Yes, Megan, I'm so excited for you too. It's already answered a ton of my questions, and I've only been really heavily studying it for the last 3 days. So, and you guys, I'm going to keep sharing everything I'm learning because I just love to do that. When something changes in my life, I love to share it with other people. And please, 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 if you start studying, share your insights. I want to learn from you as well. So, okay. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I'll probably be back on here later, and I'll probably jump on and talk about aura types and strategies. So, bye.